it's about time. It's about time. It's about that time. The whistles of college wrestling season didn't actually blow for the first time on Thursday night, but they actually started in September with the California community colleges. With four-year programs and the rest of the junior colleges got underway this week, and this is your daily dose of the wrestling scores and more. That's right, it's Short Time Shots, the coffee you need for your morning wrestling commute. This is November 1. I am Jason Bryant, and yes, I'm stunned I have a voice after Budapest. Now, as we get to this season, this is season 2 of Short Time Shots. Yes, anyway, season 2, anyway. The first Division I duel of the season that came to completion saw the Chris Bono regime in Madison start with a victory. The 18th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers won 4 of the last 5 bouts to pull away from a scrappy Buffalo team 25-10. Connor Brown opened up the duel at 125 pounds with a fall, Ben Askren-style with the Assassin. Ben was actually calling the action live with Piles on Flow Wrestling. Buffalo's Bryan Lantry scored a solid win at 141 pounds over transfer Tristan Moran, while All-American Evan Wick started the Badger roll with a 14-1 major decision at 165 pounds. Ryan Christensen, Mason Reinhardt, and Trent Hillger finished things off down the stretch for Chris Bono's new squad. And another geographical indicator that college athletic conferences are still bonkers. West Virginia topped Northern Colorado 22-14 in the Big 12 Conference and season opener for both teams. Tim Flynn's new team fell behind early, but 4 straight wins saw the Mountaineers rally for the win, thanks to victories by Matthew Schmitt at 133, Joe Wheeling, which is a fitting name considering he wrestles at West Virginia, at 141 pounds, Christian Monserrat at 149, and Zach Moore at 157. Moore's win locked up the duel. Out in California, Manny Rivera and his CSU Bakersfield Roadrunners did some wacky stuff. Meet, doing a tri-meet on 2 matches of 3 rounds each, with San Francisco State and Life Pacific going round robin. Yeah, interesting. Life Pacific, brand new NAIA program in Southern California, while San Francisco State in Division II, led by second-year head coach in California. Beautiful. California native Jason Welch. The Gators, that's the nickname of San Francisco State, in case you were wondering, have a pretty solid coaching staff too, with Ryan Loder, Kastl and Orry Elor. You might remember Orry from the Greco world of things. The Runners won big, by the way, stopping San Francisco State 38-3 and Life Pacific 38-6. San Francisco State beat Life Pacific 39-6. Now let's go back to this whole new era thing, shall we? And we're not talking about the Boston Red Sox World Series hats that they won either. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Doug Schwab. The Brett Hamm era opened up in a big way at Cornell College as the Rams trounced Simpson, that's the one in Iowa, 51-0 in a battle of, again, 2 Iowa Division III programs. As you may know, Mike Duro, the former Cornell College coach, lost his battle with brain cancer earlier this year, and Hamm is now taking over the program there in Mount Vernon. 6th-ranked Upper Iowa in Division II picked up 5 forfeits to beat undermanned Truman State 56-0. What's a forfeit? Anyway, we're going to give Truman State a bit of a pass here since Coach David Schutter and the program raised enough money to keep the program afloat this year after the school announced it was going to drop the sport. Bulldog faithful raised over $81,000 to keep the program going. Let's see if they can keep that going for more than just 1 year. Division III Millikin opened up its season outside with a 45-6 win over NAIA Hannibal-LaGrange. The Big Blue, yes, the Big Blue, love that, Big Blue, earned 7 bonus victories and a forfeit to Cruz in the season opener. In keeping it Division III, Delaware Valley got up 26-0 after 5 matches, but actually had to hang on 29-20 over Penn College. Kyle Hillermeyer's win at 184 pounds finally iced it for the Aggies. Oh, big deep breath there. Big deep breath. Division III Alma beat Davenport in a battle of 2 of Blood Round's favorite schools in Michigan. Alma's Jacob Ransom topped Davenport's Weston DeHaven 7-0 at 285 pounds to give the Scots a 21-16 victory over the Panthers, who are completing their transition from the NAIA to NCAA Division II. In a duel that featured just 3 actual individual matches, Arkansas Baptist of the NJCAA topped NAIA Central Baptist 18-15. This isn't really one I want to promote, but let's just hope both programs can do a better job of drawing more student athletes to their respective schools so we don't have duels with 7 forfeits. With some better news in Arkansas, at least for one team, the University of the Ozarks topped Lyon, those are both schools in Arkansas, 24-16 in a matchup from those 2 schools, again, in the state of Arkansas. By the way, if you like some dark, twisted stuff, Ozark on Netflix has you covered. I'm almost done with season 2. Wacky stuff. Jason Bateman. Anyway, as far as the duel, well, Ny'Trell Dean had a big fall, 149 pounds to power. The Eagles passed the Scots. Hey, that's 2 Scots references tonight. 3 if you count Tim Flynn. But you can't count that since he's not a Scot anymore. He's a mountaineer. With apologies to my Scottish friend John Collin. That was just quite terrible. Elsewhere in the NAIA, the Running Eagles of Life beat Truett McConnell 34-10. Omi Acosta has like 90-something wrestlers on his team at Life. Montana State Northern beat North Idaho 35-3, and keeping things out with, Clackamas beat Western Wyoming in junior college action 20-18 to extend the Cougars' dual meet win streak to 35 in a row. On the women's side of things, King avenged an early season loss to Life 31-11 in Marietta. Wins by Anna Luciano at 143, and Rachel Hale bumping up a couple of weights, more than just one, at 155. Solidified the duel for the Tornado. A couple things I'd like to say in regards to patrons. Josh Broman upped the ante on his Patreon contribution. He will be getting a hat because it's cold up in Canada and he needs one. And Mike Chick, thanks, man. Latest contributor to the program. And a shout to, this is not a shout out, this is kind of a sad way to end episode 1 of season 2. But Mike Johnson he was a wrestling fan out of Virginia, been around a long time. Passed away last week. And this is a guy that was one of the early stat guys. And, when I broke into the sport of wrestling, Mike was one of the people right away with his AOL email address, sending me stats and facts and figures from the AAA State Wrestling Tournament, the Northern Region Classic. And Mike was a great friend of wrestling. And, thoughts, prayers, and, condolences to the family of Mike Johnson, because he was really just a good guy that we, he had been battling this for a while. And it's a sad day that we had to lose just such a cool dude. Did a lot of cool stuff that, he did some government type stuff, some stuff that, he had a really cool life, and I wish I could talk more about it. I only know some fringe stuff, but Mike Johnson, one of Virginia's early historians, and really been a good guy. Just remember him from when I broke in. He passed away. So again, thoughts and condolences to the Johnson family. And that's going to wrap up this episode of Short Time Shot Season 2. I am Jason Bryant. Each and every time that there's at least some semblance of stuff, I'll have it for you here. This is part of the Short Time Wrestling Podcast. It's its own feed if you just want to get this stuff. If you want the interviews, we're kicking it back up. Yep, it's Short Time. And we got a new theme this year. So cool. Thanks for spending your time with me, because you've always got time for Short Time Shots. The Short Time Wrestling Podcast is proudly outfitted by Compound Clothing. Shirts, singlets, custom gear orders, everything you need. Call up Cliff and the crew at cmpteamwear.com. First time listening? Well, you can change that by going to mattalkonline.com/getshorttime to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, or listen on your favorite podcatcher at mattalkonline.com/listen.